Hey guys, Rich Page, our Jemison Timber Frame Company, the main timber framer. Timber Doodles sent me a comment the other day about using the Mafell bandsaw and what the squareness is like from top to bottom. I'm going to move the camera around and I'm going to show you something, and what you'll see is that the bandsaw cuts extremely straight. However, if you don't have a perfectly square timber, you're going to have some cleanup to do. I'm going to adjust the camera. Let me show you what I mean. All right. Let me get this camera adjusted down here. I just made a cut, and I used the fence for the bandsaw, and I like using the fence when I want to make a cut with the bandsaw. I just put it against the fence. You don't have to look at the blade, you just go. But let me move it over here a little bit. If you see the line on your left, you're going to see that I'm right at the top of the line here, and you'll see that there's some more material down here, about 1/8 of an inch off the line. So if you didn't know, you're going to say, wow, that bandsaw doesn't cut straight. But here's what the real issue is with this timber. I'm going to put this square up here. I'm going to come around and check the camera, make sure you can see it. Okay, let me just let that sit there. Okay, you can't see it, so let me move the camera around. There's the gap in squareness. Can you see that? Okay, so about 1/8 of an inch, give or take, out of square. I knew this when I selected the timber. This is going to be a collar tie, and there's very little that I have to work on to get the squareness into play. But because this is out of square, and again, let me show you again here. If you notice that it's out of square from the top to the face, your blade on the Mafell bandsaw is going to follow the top area here. So the bandsaw is going to cut straight here, and this line is going to be perpendicular to this surface. So if your timber is not square, which is the case here, you're going to get a line where you're going to have to do cleanup all the way down this face, about 1/8 of an inch in. We're going to plane it off and chisel it off to get it squared up. So I wanted to bring this point up. Timber Doodles brought up a good point when you want to buy the Mafell bandsaw. Does it cut straight? The answer is yes, it cuts straight, but if your timber's not perfectly square, you're still going to have to do some cleanup. I'm going to expect that on the ZSX chainsaw that Mafell has, you're going to get the same issue. So the real issue is having a square timber, or recognize if you don't have a square timber, you want to make sure that you left material here and you didn't cut it where if this was tipping out, it would have cut on the inside and you would have started over on this cut. I hope this makes sense. Give me some feedback. Click like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.